What can one small light do against the biggest storm of the year? Tonight, old Henry will find out. Listen slowly and try to relax. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just enjoy the story. Henry lived alone in a tall white lighthouse on a rocky coast. He was 70 years old, with a white beard and strong hands. The lighthouse stood on high grey cliffs above the cold sea. The nearest village was small, with little houses by the harbour. Every evening, Henry climbed the 100 steps to the top. There he lit the great lamp before dark. The light turned slowly, all through the night. It said to every ship, "Be careful, the rocks are here." Henry had been the keeper for 40 years. The sea was his whole life. But the sea had also taken something from him. Long ago, when Henry was young, his best friend was a fisherman. His name was Samuel, and he had a small red boat. One terrible night, a storm caught Samuel's boat at sea. In those days, the old lighthouse was dark and broken. Samuel never came home. After that night, Henry made a promise. "The light will never go dark again," he said. He became the lighthouse keeper, and he kept his promise. For 40 years, the light turned every single night. The people in the village loved old Henry. But they also worried about him. "You are getting old, Henry," they said. "Come live in the village." Henry always smiled and shook his head. "My place is with the light." One afternoon in late October, the radio in Henry's kitchen crackled. "Attention all boats," said a serious voice. "A great storm is coming from the north. It will reach the coast tonight. All boats must return to the harbour now." Henry looked out of the small, round window. Far away, the sky was turning black. The wind was getting stronger. The sea was grey and angry, with white waves. "This one will be bad," Henry said quietly. He put on his heavy coat and climbed to the lamp room. He checked the great lamp one more time. He cleaned the glass until it shone. Then he watched the boats hurry back to the harbour. One by one, they came home like white birds. By evening, the harbour was full. The village windows glowed with warm yellow light. Then the storm arrived. The wind screamed around the lighthouse. Huge waves crashed against the black rocks. Rain hit the windows like small stones. The whole tower shook in the wind. But high above, the great light turned calmly. Henry sat by the lamp and drank hot tea. He had seen many storms in 40 years. But at midnight, something happened. Through the rain, Henry saw a small light on the sea. He took his binoculars with fast hands. It was a boat, a small fishing boat. It was fighting the huge waves. "No," Henry whispered, "not tonight." The boat was moving toward the rocks. In the dark storm, the sailor could not see them. Henry's heart beat fast. He ran to the radio and called the village. But there was no answer, only noise. The storm had broken the radio line. Henry was alone. And then the worst thing happened. White lightning hit the lighthouse with a terrible crack. The great lamp flickered once, twice. Then everything went dark. For the first time in 40 years, the light was out. Out there, in the black storm, The little boat was alone. Henry did not stop to think. There was no time to be afraid. He took his flashlight and ran down the stairs. Down, down, 100 steps in the dark. In the storeroom, under old boxes, he found it. The old oil lamp from the first days of the lighthouse. It was heavy, made of brass and thick glass. Henry filled it with oil, and his hands shook. "Please, old friend," he said, "one more night." He lit the small flame, and warm light grew inside the glass. Then he began to climb. 100 steps, with the heavy lamp in his arms. The tower shook, and the wind screamed outside. His old legs burned like fire. 20 steps, 50 steps, 80. Henry thought about Samuel and that dark night long ago. "Not again," he said with every step. "Never again." At last he reached the top. He put the oil lamp in front of the great mirrors. The mirrors caught the small flame and made it strong. A beam of golden light cut through the storm. The light was back. Henry looked for the little boat. There. It was very close to the black rocks now. On the boat, a young fisherman saw the golden beam. Now he could see the terrible rocks in front of him. He turned his small boat at the last moment. A huge wave lifted the boat high into the air. Then it threw the boat toward the little bay below the lighthouse. The boat hit the water hard, and the engine died. Henry saw everything from the tower. He grabbed his long rope and ran down the steps again. Outside, the wind almost took him off his feet. The rain was cold as ice. Henry climbed down the wet path to the small bay. The boat was there, half full of water. A young man was holding the side, tired and afraid. "Take the rope!" Henry shouted against the wind. He threw it once. The wind took it. He threw it again. The young man caught it. Henry pulled with all the strength of his old arms. 1 step, 2 steps, back through the wild water. Then the young man fell onto the wet sand, safe. Above them, the golden light kept turning through the storm. Henry helped the young man into the warm lighthouse kitchen. He gave him dry clothes and hot soup. Slowly, the young man's hands stopped shaking. "Thank you," he said. "You saved my life." "What is your name, son?" Henry asked. "Leo," said the young man. "I am from the village. The storm caught me far from the harbour. My radio broke, and I lost my way in the dark. Then I saw your golden light." Henry smiled and poured more hot tea. Then Leo looked around the old kitchen. "My father always told me about my grandfather," he said. "He was a fisherman here, long ago. He was lost at sea in a great storm. My grandmother always said, 'When you are lost, look for the light.'" Henry's cup stopped in the air. "What was your grandfather's name?" he asked quietly. "Samuel," said Leo. "His name was Samuel." The old kitchen was silent for a long moment. Tears came to Henry's eyes, but he was smiling. "Your grandfather was my best friend," said Henry. "I promised him something many years ago. Tonight, that promise saved his grandson." In the morning, the sea was calm and golden. The whole village climbed the cliff to thank old Henry. After that day, Henry was never alone again. Leo visited the lighthouse every week. He learned the lamp, the mirrors, and the 100 steps. Years later, Leo became the new keeper of the light. And on quiet nights, he tells his children the story. The story of the night when one small flame was stronger than the storm. And that's the end of our story. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this story, watch it one more time. You will understand even more the second time. Subscribe for new stories and keep practicing every day. See you in the next episode. Take care.